More traffic nightmares for motorists here in Johannesburg. The M2 between the Crown Interchange and Maritzburg Street will be closed for repairs from tomorrow until the end of October this year. For more on this, I'm joined by JMPD spokesperson Wayne Minnaar. Good evening, sir. Thanks very much for your time. A huge inconvenience this is going to be, especially for many people who work in the dense CBD.
Absolutely. Look, and also it's a main corridor for heavy trucks traveling from the eastern side of Joburg, from the Germiston area, industrial areas, through to the western side of Johannesburg. So they use the M2 to get onto Main Reef Road and then onto Shamdor and to all of the areas to the west of Joburg.
So what options will they have from tomorrow?
The options for those going to the Roodepoort area, they can take N12, and then N1 and exit at 14th Avenue or Beyers-Naudé or Malibongwe, and those off-ramps. If they are going to Sandton or Rosebank, we want to encourage motorists to make use of the N3, then N1, and exit at Rivonia, William Nicol. For those working in the CBD, yes, they'll be able to get off at Maritzburg and then take Anderson Street up in a northerly direction, in a westerly direction rather, and then into the CBD. And if they're coming from the Sandton area on the Mike 1, go off at Selby and then into the CBD. But for all of those motorists who do not need to get anywhere near to the CBD, we really want to encourage them to make use of the N3, N1 and N12 to get around the congested area.
But what will your teams be doing to, because I don't think you can take it for granted, that people will automatically know what to do when there is congestion. Are your men and women going to be out there ensuring that they direct traffic accordingly, facilitate a smooth passage and so on?
Yes, no, there will be 70 traffic wardens deployed during the peak periods on the roads which exit the M2 into the CBD, and again in the afternoon. And then there will be about 80 Metro Police officers placed strategically to assist with where there are problems along those routes, and also to prevent crime as a safety measure. Then we also got a very good a strategy in place with all of the security from the banking sectors. So all of the banks, the major banks, are involved here. We are working together with the JMPD, SAPS, and all the other law enforcement agencies will be deployed to monitor the routes.
Now, apart from taking alternative routes, what more can motorists still do to make life a little easier for everybody during this period?
I think during this period, particularly the first few weeks after the closure, people can stagger their working times, either start a little earlier and then leave work earlier before the peak, or start a little later and then work until after the peak. I think that will help us tremendously. And then also to add on extra time, traveling time, to get to and from work.
Okay, that's where we're going to leave it for now. Thanks very much for coming through. JMPD spokesperson Wayne Minnaar.